Miami's Party Station, Power 96, Casey Chops. I have a local hometown talent in the building, Jake Miller. How you feeling, my brother?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Talk to me, man. I've really witnessed your growth, like as far as like your fan base, and tell the people, like take the people through your journey, like where it all started for you and how things kind of progressed.
Well, I was just telling you, I was here about probably 3 years ago with my dad. I didn't have a fan base, didn't have any real music out, no manager, no label, nothing. I was just here with a little Miami Heat theme song, and yeah, I mean, it started probably back in 9th grade. I've always loved music, I always loved singing. My love for hip hop kind of developed when I was probably in 9th grade, and I kind of just started as a joke, just like most kids, just throwing stuff on YouTube, making little beats, making little stupid songs, and all of a sudden I just became more and more serious. I got a little bit of a buzz around my high school, then around my city. People like you guys and radio stations and news stations started contacting me, and it's been crazy ever since.
What is that one, was it maybe like with that one song you posted on YouTube that got a lot of hits, or what was like the turning point?
No, there wasn't really like a turning point. It wasn't like one specific event that just like launched my career. It's kind of just been like a slow build of a lot of crazy things.
So how did you end up going on tour? Like, how do you think you've, like, because you have a core, like obviously not to the extent of Justin Bieber, but you have those those fans that are just ride or die. Like, how do you feel you developed that? Like,
shout out to the military. Yeah, I mean, obviously my fans aren't in number as many as Justin Bieber's. I don't have 44 million fans yet, but to the extent of how big of fans they are and how crazy and dedicated and like they're just the same. So my fans are crazy. I love them. They've just supported me since day one, believed in me since day one. And yeah, I went on tour at the beginning of this year, first tour ever. I headlined it. I remember we signed to a booking agency, and they called me and said, we're going to do your first tour. And I said, who am I going to open for? And they're like, you're going by yourself. Wow. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not going to be able to sell tickets in Minneapolis.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like, and every show, it just got bigger and bigger, and the buzz just kept growing, and it was crazy to me because
organically,
I had never gone even out of the city to perform, so to go across the whole country was just the coolest experience of my life.
Crazy. That's really good to see that it developed organically. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It wasn't like no fake. So, question: what is the craziest thing you've witnessed on tour? Like a fan, because there's got to be some craziness that's happened on tour. Like
too much to even think about, man. Every single night.
No story pops out like.
I'm trying to think. I mean, literally, we video everything, so every single night there's one thing that's just like crazy or weird. Just like there's always been like those fans that stick out. I have people at almost every show that show me tattoos on their bodies and my lyrics, and that's just like insane to me. Like when this guy's a grandpa, he's gonna have Jake Miller tats on his body, so that's crazy to me. I've had someone propose to me with a diamond ring.
What?
I've had what else? I remember there was this one guy just drinking a little bit. We were after a show. I kind of try to stay by the tour bus after every show and meet everyone who I didn't get to meet. And I was meeting all these girls. I was meeting all these fans. And this guy rolls down the street on his bike, real drunk, and he's just like insulting all the fans, calling them all these names. And we're just like we run into situations like that all the time. So it's crazy. I mean, when you go on tour and you're out for 43 shows, 43 nights, you've got to expect something crazy to go either wrong or crazy, but it's just a crazy experience.
So what's next for you as far as an album, a single? Like, what's the rollout?
Well, we're pushing Collide, the new single right now. It's on the new album. It's called Us Against Them. It comes out November 5th, and that's going to be on iTunes and stores around the country, Targets, Walmarts, all that stuff. So, and then 5 days before that album comes out, we go on our second headlining tour, which starts November 1st in Miami at the Fillmore, which is almost sold out, so go get your tickets. And it goes all the way till December 23rd and ends, I believe, in Houston, Texas. So it's going to be crazy. Me and 7 of my best friends on a tour bus.
Amazing, bro.
Just doing what we love.
Crazy. As far as like your style, like you're gonna, where do you see yourself going with your music? Like, do you want to maintain like your crossover, like top 40 vibe, or do you want to dip into like the urban, like how do you see yourself like making the music? Like,
I'm not really worried as much about like the actual sound, whether it's like falls under the category of pop or hip hop. I'm more worried about like what I put into the music.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you heard my song A Million Lives, but it's kind of like, it's kind of pop, kind of hip hop. I mean, I'm rapping, but it's all about like what I'm putting into the song, the message that I'm putting into it. I always say that music without a message is just sound. So I kind of had like this revelation like a year ago, because the first 2 years of rapping, I kind of just tried to fit what people wanted to hear.
Right.
And so I wasn't being me. I wasn't putting what I know into my music. I was just kind of doing what I thought people would like, and it didn't work. It wasn't me. And then all of a sudden, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna make the music I want to make.
For you, yeah.
I'm gonna put what I know, my experiences, everything that I've done into my music, and that's when it started really popping off. So, and on top of that, I mean, I write these songs about like anti-bullying, like I'm alright, getting people through tough times. Just you'll always be okay. Take it one day at a time. All this inspirational stuff, and besides the fact that it's launched my career and helped my career build, it's also just opened my eyes, because I have all these fans coming up to me telling me all these crazy stories about how my music has changed their lives or gotten them through these crazy situations. So that just inspires me to make more songs like that. So like they think that I inspire them with this music, but they really inspire me right back. So it's all about the message. If I could do what I love and positively affect the world and positively affect people, that's true success.
That's what's up, bro. Who like are you listening to? Like what artists inspire you? Like who's on your iPod right now?
Right now, or who inspired me like originally?
Who inspired you originally?
Alright, I mean, growing up, obviously I loved NSYNC back in the day. Justin Timberlake, I wanted to be him more than anybody.
He performed on the VMAs, like White Boys Are in Style. We're back in style now because of him, bro.
He's crazy.
We went through a slump, but we're good now.
He's amazing. Just in terms of like an overall entertainer. He can dance, he's funny, he can sing, he can act. So that's kind of what I want to like model my career path after. But so back in the day, Justin Timberlake really like made me start just loving music, loving dance, and then Eminem, obviously, when I was old enough to listen to Eminem, because my parents didn't really love that. So he was the start of my love for hip hop, and then as time went on, I mean, I've always loved like John Mayer, like every kind of music. I'm just a music lover in general, but my love for hip hop really started when Mac Miller came on.
That's the question I was gonna ask you.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself getting, like, I don't know, people getting confused? Were you ever concerned that
back in the
his name, Mac Miller, Jake Miller, it's too similar?
Back in the day, because of what I was just telling you about, how just like I wasn't... Back in the day when I saw Mac Miller busting out and just getting real big, that's really when I said, all right, I'm gonna start writing, I'm gonna start rapping, I'm gonna start putting my stuff on YouTube. Right. And that was the year or two where I was just not doing what I wanted to do. I was kind of doing what Mac Miller was doing, talking about stuff that I don't know about, and it just didn't work. It's not me. So, but yeah, he was the reason that I started rapping. I saw a white Jewish young kid taking over the hip hop scene, and I figured if he could do it, I could do it.
Did you ever think that maybe you had to change your last name because of Mac Miller? Like,
no, everyone was saying like, you gotta change your name, you gotta change your name. I'm like, that's my name. What do you want me to do? Like, his name's not Mac Miller. His name's Malcolm McCormick or something. But shout out to Mac Miller, big fan still. He was actually, I opened for him. I think it was like my second concert ever, and I was just completely starstruck because he was the reason that I got into it.
Crazy.
And then I met him again later, and then another time later in LA where he actually recognized me and remembered my name, and it was just like,
wow. Yeah.
I mean, I'm still at the point where we're opening and performing with all these crazy artists like Macklemore, Fall Out Boy, and every time I see him, I'm just like, I'm performing with the people who are on my iPod, who I listen to every day. Like, it's insane.
Do you have any fans that come up to you and think like that you guys are relating?
I've had people who don't know who I am, who I've said like, hey, I'm Jake Miller, like I tell them about me, and oh yeah, we've heard of you, like that Donald Trump song, like nah, that's not me.
So as of now, who are you liking? You like the Drake album?
It's my favorite. We're just listening to it on the way here. Drake is my all-time favorite.
Has it made you like drunk dial your ex-girlfriend yet? Or
nope, not yet.
No? You're good?
Yeah, not yet. No, that crazy album, Take Care, was also one of my favorite albums. I just went to Target and bought the physical album, which I rarely ever do. I usually just get it on iTunes, but I just wanted to have the physical copy because he's my favorite.
Anyone you want to shout out? Any fans?
Shout out to Casey Chops.
Hey, we went to the same high school, by the way.
Yes, we did.
So
not the same class though.
Yeah, I'm like 3 years older than you, or something like that.
Yeah. Shout out to the military, all my fans. Shout out to my manager Frank Harris. Shout out to everyone who's playing Collide. If you guys are playing Collide, big shout out to you. Shout out to my whole team. And again, album's coming soon, tour's coming soon. Hope to see you guys soon. Go get the album.
Power 96 exclusive.